Hi guys, we're back. So today I have something really exciting for you. I have decided to do my first 24-hour readathon. So I have never done this before, and since unfortunately I'm an adult, I have things around my house that also need to get done this weekend. So I am going to split up the 24 hours into 3 8-hour periods. So over Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be reading for 8 hours each day. And this is so that I can still get stuff done around my house, because I still have to do the yard work. I still have to sweep and mop the floors. I still have to clean the bathroom and clean the kitchen and go to the grocery store and meal prep for next week and all of those things that come with being an adult. So I can't just drop everything and read for 12 or 24 hours straight through. So that's why I've decided to break it up into 8-hour days, and we'll just see where it goes from there. Since this is the first time I've done this, we'll just have to see what happens and then adjust as we see fit for the next 24-hour readathon. So let's get into the books that I want to read in the next 3 days. So currently, I am a little bit over halfway of Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, which is the second book in the From Blood and Ash series. So I am on page 292, and there are 545 pages in this book. So I've got about 245 pages left of this, so it's a little less than half. So I read really slow. That's just how it is. So I would imagine that it will take me the full 8 hours today to finish this book. I've got a stack of hopefuls here from my June TBR. So we've got The Women by Kristen Hanna. We've got Silver Elite by Danny Francis. And then The Crown of Gilded Bones by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which this is the third book in the From Blood and Ash series. So after I finish Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, I will probably jump into The Women, just to break up the fantasy a little bit, and to read this book, because I'm really looking forward to getting into this book and this story. This book is about 465 pages. So hopefully I'll be able to get in this book and maybe start another one. We'll see how that goes. I've also been listening to The Wedding People by Allison Esbach on audiobook. So when I'm doing the things around the house and the yard work and the cleaning and the whatever, I can also be listening to my audiobook to count towards our time. So it's not a total waste of the day to get those things done. So listening to The Wedding People, I'm only about 15% of the way in, so not very far. So we'll see how far we can get in that audiobook. I probably won't finish it in this 24 hours, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. So those are the stack of hopefuls from my June TBR that I want to read. So let's go and start reading. Okay, here for an update. So time has gotten a little bit away from me today, but I am at 20 hours and 10 minutes. So I've got about 4 hours left for today to read. And right now I am on page 378 on A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. So I have a little under 200 pages left and 4 hours left for today. I was able to listen to some of the Wedding People while I was driving to and from the grocery store. So I was able to get a little bit of that in, able to get some book reading in. So I am liking the second book in the series a lot. This is a reread for me, so it's nothing necessarily that I don't already know, but I don't remember all of the small details and such. So it's nice to be reminded of the small details and what's going on with Poppy and Cass and their journey and furthering their story along. So I am really enjoying my reread of this book. So I will check back in with you once the last 4 hours are done. Good morning, y'all. So it is Saturday morning and where's my phone? Here it is. And yesterday I didn't quite read my whole 8 hours. So I got to 18 hours and 25 minutes yesterday. And my best friend ended up calling me last night and we talked for a couple hours, and that's more important than reading. So I'm so glad that I got to talk to her, and I missed out on a couple hours of reading. So 18 hours and 25 minutes left, and I am still reading Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. I am on page 426, so I have a little over 100 pages left of this book. And I do have some things to do tonight. I have plans with one of my friends, so it's going to be a push to get the whole 8 hours done since it's already after 9. It's almost 9:30 in the morning because I stayed up so late trying to get more reading in last night. So we're gonna do the best that we can today, try to get those 8 hours in and see where we go from there. So I will check back in a little while. So I had to turn the big overhead light on because it is raining outside and it is so dark in my house. But I finished A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and y'all, I forgot how good this book was. Oh my gosh. So we are following Cass and Poppy further on their journey, and they're traveling and fighting and battling, and there are many revelations or things that come to light at the end of this book, and it's so freaking good. It's so good. I don't understand how people don't like this book or this series because they're so good. They're so good. I just love them so much. So, finished A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and I'm not sure of the rating that I'm gonna give this one. I think I originally gave it a 4. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna think about it a little more. And then, where's my phone? Okay, and then my phone. Oh my gosh, I have so many alerts because it started to rain. Okay, so I have a little over 14 hours left. Is that focusing? Yep, a little over 14 hours left. Even though it's currently 5:12 on Saturday evening, and I have been reading all day. Like, I haven't really done much. I turned the baseball game on for a little bit because the Diamondbacks were finishing up the game that was postponed yesterday. And actually their other game started about an hour ago, their game for today. But I finished A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, which is so good. So as much as I want to start reading The Crown of Gilded Bones, which is the third book in the series, I want to give you guys a little something else for us to talk about during this 24-hour readathon because we have 14 hours left. And I want to read The Women by Kristen Hanna. So let's go ahead and read the synopsis for this one. And my bookmark for this month, which this is the book for February 2024, is Was It Something I Read? So the synopsis for this says, hair in my face. Women can be heroes. When 20-year-old nursing student Frankie McGrath hears these words, it is a revelation. Raised in the sun-drenched idyllic world of Southern California and sheltered by her conservative parents, she has always prided herself on doing the right thing. But in 1965, the world is changing and she suddenly dares to imagine a different future for herself. When her brother ships out to serve in Vietnam, she joins the Army Nurse Corps and follows his path. As green and inexperienced as the men sent to Vietnam to fight, Frankie is overwhelmed by the chaos and destruction of war. Each day is a gamble of life and death, hope and betrayal. Friendships run deep and can be shattered in an instant. In war, she meets and becomes one of the lucky, the brave, the broken, and the lost. But war is just the beginning for Frankie and her veteran friends. The real battle lies in coming home to a changed and divided America, to angry protesters, and to the country that wants to forget Vietnam. It's thundering outside. I don't know if you guys could hear the thunder. I mean, it is torrential downpour outside right now. Like, it just started when I turned on the camera too. Torrential downpour. And I'm supposed to be going out with my friend tonight. So we'll see. We'll see. We have tickets to a cover band, or tribute band, whichever you want to call it, and they play a bunch of different 80s rock songs, and we've seen them, like, I don't know, at least twice before, if not 3 times, and we really enjoy them, and they're really good. So I'm hoping that we'll still be able to go even though it is a torrential downpour outside. So I will check back in with you guys in about an hour and a half, because I still have to get ready and then leave the house. So I'll check back in with you guys when I get ready to leave. I'll probably have about another hour to read before I have to go get ready and go. But I will check back in with you guys once I get a little bit into The Women. Okay, y'all, it's raining again today, so a little bit dark. Got the front door open, enjoying the nice cooler weather. So I have not gotten as much read in the last 2 days as I wanted to. And I thought this wasn't going to be such a busy weekend, and it has kind of turned out the opposite. So it is Sunday morning. It's 10 a.m. I was out late last night with my friends, so I'm tired. And I still have 13 and a half hours. And I can tell you right now that that's not possible today. Like, it's just not going to happen. Because I still have to go to Sam's Club. I still have to cook dinner for the week, or food for the week. I have to make a breakfast for the week. So I've got stuff around here that I got to do. So most of that I can be listening to an audiobook during, so that's good. But still, the 13 and a half hours, it's just not going to happen because that puts me at, like, what, 11:30 at night, and I have to wake up for work in the morning. So that's way too late for me to be staying up. So it's not going to happen. So I did not update you yesterday before I left, because I really didn't get very far in this book. I am on page 26 of The Women. So right now we're like barely getting into it. We've been introduced to our main female character, Frances, and her family. And her brother went to Vietnam, and within like the first 6 or 7 months that he was out there, he died. So that all happens in the first 26 pages, which you can kind of guess that he was gonna die. They might have said it in the synopsis. I don't know. I'm freaking tired. So I'm going to get a little bit of reading in, and then I have to go to the grocery store. We'll have to go to Sam's Club because I think it's open now, but that is the plan for today. So I will check back in a couple of hours once I get some reading done. Well, guys, it's 9:30 Sunday night, and I have not finished this 24-hour readathon. I am currently at 9 hours and 23 minutes, and that's just what it's gonna be. So accomplished something, finished a book. I got 140 pages into the Women. So I'm really liking it so far. Pretty much it's about Frankie's day-to-day life as a nurse in Vietnam and how her skills are improving, how she's becoming a better nurse, advancing, moving to different emergency hospitals around Vietnam and losing people and the trauma and the hardships and the difficulties of being in Vietnam during the war. And I'm really enjoying it so far. I like it. It's sad, but I'm enjoying it. I have to go to bed soon because I have to be up early for work tomorrow. So I'm ending this readathon here with 9.5 hours still to go. It is what it is. I know I could have accomplished more, but honestly, just been going through some shit this week, and my brain was just not with the reading. I was getting distracted real easily, so that's just how it is sometimes, you know? You win some and you lose some. I was able, though, to read for a long time. You know, what is that? I was able to read for like 14 and a half hours over the weekend. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. 14 and a half hours over the weekend. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. So maybe next time I can plan a little bit better to have a weekend where I have even less stuff to do. Honestly, during the summer, that's pretty hard because I have to do yard work every single week. So that's just a constant that's always going to be there. And, you know, the house always needs to get cleaned and food always needs to get cooked. And so, you know, it just is what it is. I actually did a lot of editing today for videos for the next week or so. So got a lot done there as well. But, you know, we're getting through this book, getting through this month's TBR. Not everything's always perfect. Not everything's always perfect. You just do the best that you can. So, please let me know in the comments if you like this video. If you want me to do another 24-hour readathon, I can definitely try to do better next time. Like and subscribe if you wanna, and I will see you in the next one.